There are a lot of guns that aren't as magical as their fanboys would have us believe. The handgun market is flooded with options, and some guns, though hyped or beloved by many, may not necessarily be the best choice for everyone. Certain models carry massive reputations, but in reality, they might not live up to expectations or could be bettered by more modern or practical alternatives. If you're carrying one of the more famous or overrated handguns, it might be time to ask, does it truly serve your needs, or are you just following the crowd? Now this one's controversial. The Taurus G3C is often hailed as the king of budget pistols, but the hype can be misleading. Yes, it's affordable. At under $300, it's tempting, but the long-term durability and finish quality aren't in the same league as even mid-tier pistols. The trigger is spongy, the reset feels muddy, and the frames sometimes feel like it's a few drops of sweat away from a warp. It's okay for a backup or range plinker, but some people put it in the same conversation as a Glock or a Sig P365, and that's where it gets overrated. It's significantly cheaper than many other pistols in its class, offering great value for those who want a reliable firearm without breaking the bank. This makes it an attractive option for first-time buyers as well as seasoned gun owners looking for a budget-friendly pistol. If you need a cheap gun now, the G3C is an option. Just don't let internet hype convince you it's anything more than a good-for-the-price pistol. It's not a duty-grade workhorse, and it won't win many longevity awards. Glock slapped a compact slide on a full-sized frame, added a coyote tan finish, and sent it out into the wild. Originally designed for the US Army's modular handgun system trials, which it lost, the 19X became a consumer darling. With a price range of $600 to $750, it gets instant clout for being different. It's the crossover that nobody asked for, but somehow everybody wanted. But why? It's overhyped as the perfect hybrid, but when you actually carry it, you realize it's kind of an awkward compromise. The full-size grip prints more on your clothing than a standard Glock 19, which makes concealed carry a pain. Meanwhile, the shorter slide sacrifices some velocity and sight radius, making it less than ideal for duty or range use. Still, it's a Glock, so reliability and aftermarket support are solid, but is it the ultimate Glock as some claim? Not really. It's cool, sure, but for most people, a standard G19 or G17 will do just fine without the awkward ergonomics. What makes the Desert Eagle a little overrated is the fact that it's been featured in countless action films, video games, and TV shows. This media presence has solidified its reputation as a high-powered, almost mythical firearm. Films like The Matrix and Lethal Weapon helped cement its place in pop culture. Its premium price reflects its unique design and massive stopping power, priced at $1,500 to $2,000. For that money, you could get a proper competition pistol, a solid carry gun, and enough ammo to actually train with. It's fun for range theatrics, but as far as practical use goes, the Desert Eagle is all bark and no bite. Despite that, it shows up in the hands of every action movie hero. It's photogenic, no doubt, but for real-world applications, it's a mess. Try holstering one or firing more than 2 mags without your wrist begging for mercy. The 509 Tactical is based on FN submission that the US Army tested for its modular handgun trials, but includes the significant improvements to the design that were implemented in the FN 509. Many guns in the tactical world require aftermarket work to make them optics friendly or suppressor ready, but the 509 Tactical does all of that for you, saving time and money for users who want those upgrades immediately. On paper, this thing is stacked threaded barrel, suppressor height sights, optics ready slide, and 24-round mag options. The FN509 Tactical looks like a warfighter's dream, and it comes with a price tag to match, hovering around $900+. But when you actually shoot it, you start to see cracks in this legend. The trigger is average at best, gritty with a slightly unpredictable break. The grip texture is aggressive in all the wrong places and smooth where it should offer traction. And for a pistol with all the bells and whistles, it feels soulless. You don't connect with it like you do with something like a P320 or a Glock 34. Sure, it's reliable and built to military specs, but is it worth nearly $1,000? That depends on how much value you place on extra features you may never use. Tactical guys love it, but for the average shooter, the hype outweighs the performance. The Springfield Hellcat Pro has quickly become a standout in the concealed carry and everyday carry pistol market. It builds on the success of the original Hellcat, but with several key upgrades that make it more appealing to those seeking a capable and versatile carry pistol without sacrificing its compactness. What really sets the Hellcat Pro apart is its balance between capacity and size. This one had everyone buzzing when it dropped. Springfield packed 15+1 rounds into a slim, optics-ready carry gun. It's a direct P365 XL competitor, and on paper, it's a winner, but the real-world experience doesn't always match the marketing. The trigger feels stiff and springy. The recoil is snappier than you'd expect, likely due to the lightweight frame and tall slide. The grip texture is like sandpaper, which is good for control, but bad for comfort. And then there's the price. Over $600 in some markets, which puts it up against smoother, more proven guns. It's not a bad pistol, but people act like it's the ultimate carry piece. In reality, it's a good gun in a very competitive field. But don't believe the hype until you've put at least 500 rounds through one and decide if you still love it afterward. It's big, it's sexy, it's Italian. Beretta dares you to mag dump a helicopter with your hairspray-lavished mullet rippling gently, if not gloriously, under the slightest pretenses of recoil. The Beretta 92FS isn't just an icon, it's a gun that shoots like no other, offering a refined sense of poise and purpose that translates into effortless accuracy, often found at a reasonable price, especially considering its military and police history for $600 to $750. However, some could swear by their last dollar that there are more accurate guns than a Beretta 92FS. But I'm not sure any other gun offers up its signature recipe for accuracy so willingly though. Ask any vet and they'll tell you the M9 was the workhorse of the US military for decades, and that's part of the problem. It's a legacy pistol and it shows. Beretta tried to go futuristic with the PX4 Storm. Rotating barrel, polymer frame, curvy space gun looks, but despite all that innovation, the result was underwhelming. The trigger is heavy, the safety is clumsy, and the ergonomics are polarizing. Some shooters love the rotating barrel system for its supposed recoil mitigation, but most don't notice a big difference. The grip feels odd, especially for people with larger hands. It's hyped as an underrated gem, but it's really just a weird middle ground between traditional DASA and modern striker-fired systems. If you want a polymer gun, there are dozens of better options. The PX4 is trying to be different, but sometimes different just means awkward. If ever there were a revolver that could be considered mythical, it would be the Colt Python. The Python has been called the grail gun for some, the warmest of memories for others, or some combination of both for many, a revolver enthusiast. Known for its smooth double-action trigger, exceptional accuracy, and robust construction, the Python's release has garnered significant attention and excitement. When Colt announced the return of the Python, revolver fans lost their minds, and understandably so. The original Python was a thing of beauty, often called the finest production revolver ever made. but the 2020 version, while solid, isn't the same beast. The new Python is CNC machined, meaning it lacks the hand-fitted magic that made the old models legendary. It's still accurate, well-finished, and definitely good-looking, but collectors and purists often overstate its greatness. For $1,300+ you expect flawless timing, perfect cylinder lineup, and the buttery trigger pull that made the OG Python famous. What you get instead is a good revolver with a legendary name. But if you think it's the ultimate revolver out of the box, you might be disappointed. Known for its slim profile and 9mm chambering, the Kimber Micro 9 is essentially a smaller version of the popular Kimber 1911, designed to offer 1911 enthusiasts a more concealable option while still delivering excellent shooting characteristics. It's hyped for its size and weight. With just a $600 to $800 budget, you don't need to break the bank for it. It looks great and feels tight out of the box, but for a gun that costs around $600, it has more quirks than you'd expect. The slide is hard to rack for its size. The trigger is heavy. The reliability, especially with hollow points, can be hit or miss, and the small frame punishes your hand after just a few magazines. It's also single action, which introduces manual safety complexity for new shooters. It gets hyped because it's a 1911 style micro pistol, but the performance doesn't always back it up. For less money, you can get a P365 or a Hellcat with more capacity, better ergonomics, and fewer issues. The LCP II in 380, while small, is engineered to be an effective self-defense tool in a compact and lightweight package. At its core, the Ruger LCP II is all about minimalism and carry comfort. It weighs in at around 10.6 ounces and has a 2.75-inch barrel, making it one of the smallest and lightest pistols available on the market. It's cheap, yes, usually around $300. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that it's great. It's there if you need ultra concealability, but for regular carry, there are better options. If you want a tiny gun that fits any pocket, the LCP II is always in the conversation, but let's be real, this thing is a bit brutal to shoot. It's so small that your pinky hangs off, the recoil feels sharp, and the tiny sights are barely usable. It's hyped as the ultimate deep concealment piece, but it's really a last resort gun. The trigger is improved from the original LCP, but it's still subpar. And for such a small gun, failures due to limp wristing or ammo sensitivity aren't uncommon. This one hurts to write because the SP01 is a solid pistol, but it's not the god tier wonder weapon some make it out to be. Heavy, all steel, and meant more for range fun or competition than practical carry, the SP01 has built a cult following that sometimes clouds objectivity. The trigger is decent but not world-changing. The weight adds recoil control, sure, but it's a pain to carry. Some people act like it's better than a Shadow 2 or P226 Elite, and that's where the hype starts running away from reality. It has a reputation for running without issues even when subjected to a lot of wear and tear. It's also an excellent choice for anyone who appreciates a high-performance handgun with a metal frame and outstanding performance. Its price reflects its high-quality construction and performance in competition and self-defense scenarios for $800 to $1,000. It's great, sure, just not divine. And in a world where lighter, modular, optics-ready pistols are becoming the norm, it's starting to feel dated. The Kahr CW9 has garnered a lot of attention and praise for several reasons, primarily due to its combination of compact design, affordability, and reliability. It's a 9mm semi-automatic pistol that offers a lot of value for the price, which is one of the key factors in why it's hyped, especially for those who are looking for a budget-friendly yet effective concealed carry firearm. The biggest reason the Kahr CW9 is so hyped is its price to performance ratio, price around $350 to $450. Kahr pistols were once the darlings of deep concealment. Smooth triggers, thin profiles, and decent accuracy made them solid choices a decade ago, but now they're showing their age. The CW9 is often praised as a hidden gem, but it's pretty bare bones. No rail, no optics options, basic sight, and a long spongy trigger pull. It's not unreliable, but in a world of P365s and Hellcats, it's a hard sell. It's still lightweight and easy to carry, but that's not enough to keep up with the market anymore. Overrated? In today's terms, yeah. The Ruger GP100 is a revolver that has earned a reputation for being one of the most rugged, reliable, and versatile handguns available on the market. The GP100 is often priced higher than smaller revolvers due to its robust design and stainless steel construction, with a price between $700 to $900. It's a tank of a revolver, built like a brick and shoots like a dream, but also, let's be honest, it's way too heavy and outdated for most real-world use cases today. The GP100 is praised as the ultimate .357 Magnum revolver, and while it's certainly built to last, it's more of a range toy or trail gun now. Carrying one? That's a chore. Reloading with speed? Nope. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but the praise that it gets often lets users forget that better and more versatile options actually exist. Last but certainly not least, yes, the P365 is a game changer, but with success comes overhype. People talk about it like it's flawless, but it's not actually. The early models had firing pin issues, the grip is small for big hands, the high bore axis makes recoil snappier than you'd expect, the trigger is just okay, and yet it's treated like the messiah of micro compacts. The price range is reasonable for the premium features that it offers for $500 to $600, but it's not just hyped, it's overrated for its compact size. It's very good, maybe even best in class, but it's not perfect, and sometimes that crown weighs heavy. Enjoyed this review on Overrated Handguns? If you wish to get more exciting reviews just like this, then you're just a subscription button away. Just hit subscribe and stay updated by turning on notifications, and you'll get all the insight that you'll ever need. Meanwhile, if you think these guns are overrated or not, share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you around.